You may find all the wisdom you need, as in this video, since I have sent angels to keep an eye on you, my little baby, God says. Do not be afraid to take the first step if you adore the Almighty Jesus. He will support, protect, and have your back in this unpredictable and demanding world. Such expressions are reassuring and calming. Belief in heavenly direction and divine protection is a powerful and reassuring concept. Envision yourself on a path where benign, invisible powers, such as the presence of angels, are watching over and directing your every move. This idea has been around for a long time and cuts across many faiths and civilizations. If you believe, these heavenly creatures are often seen with wings, and halos represent innocence, love, and protection. They're said to be guardians and messengers who help us through bad times. The story opens with the premise that everyone is following their own path. There will be lessons, challenges, pleasures, and tragedies along the way as you go through life. When you believe in angels, you get a surge of desire and energy. They are considered heavenly guardians, and they help when you feel crushed or lost. Picture a young person at a crossroads in their life, confused about which path to pursue. They will get guidance, knowledge, and solace from those around them when they need it most. Uncertain of what to do next, they carry the weight of the world on their shoulders. They pay attention to the comforting words just when they are beginning to question and dread. You are being watched by the angels. Just reading this one line might make you want more. There are others. As they cautiously begin to go forward, they may feel the presence of a higher power guiding them. Someone may feel the presence of an unseen power all around them. It's as if a gentle wind is leading the way. Their confidence rises as they whisper encouraging comments with every stride. Their formerly paralyzing dread is starting to give way to renewed vitality. I find solace in the idea that angels are watching over me. They feel a shield surrounding them, protecting them from harm if there is a danger or problem. This intangible shield is a product of the tender, loving care of the heavens. Having an angelic guide isn't only about safety, it's also about direction. When someone is unsure about what to do, they may sense a gentle prod, like a faint trail leading them in the correct direction. The angels seem to be guiding them through life's challenges by softly speaking the solutions to their deepest questions. The idea that angels watch over us is very reassuring, since it proves that we are never really alone. No matter how low we may feel, there is always someone there to help us up if we trip. Will you be there to assist us when we're vulnerable? Every individual is important, every trip is being watched over, and every step is being guided in the big scheme of the cosmos. Having faith in the existence of angels gives us strength to face our fears and take risks, to leave our comfort zones and explore the world around us, and to know that we are not alone in our struggles because of this belief. What this really means is that you shouldn't be afraid to take those steps. Rather, you should embrace the trip, listen to your inner voice, and continue on your religious path. Every step we take, no matter how timid or unsure, is a step closer to growth, knowledge, and self-discovery. And let us not forget that the angels are always by our sides, keeping an eye on us, directing us, and safeguarding us as we float through life. Belief in angelic steerage is a ray of hope because it tells us that, even in the cosmos, there is someone bigger than us looking out for us, caring about us, and leading the way. It serves as a gentle reminder to keep one's heart and mind open to the enigmas of the divine, to tune in to the guidance of the angels, and to face each day with faith and courage. Do not lose sight of the light that is inside you, my precious child, says God. A message of optimism and inner strength is conveyed by those few but meaningful sentences. They bring to light an often overlooked truth that exists in each and every one of us. The gentle, one-of-a-kind essence of it determines our potential and our identity. What we see here is a symbol of our own inherent goodness, power, and resilience. There are many different landscapes to traverse in life, some of which are bright and easy, and others of which are dark and challenging. Those are the times when we tend to lose sight of the inner light. This story delves into the relevance of this inner light and how it impacts our journeys through different ways of living. We may be able to see the light inside as our inner strength, our core. It's the one constant in our lives, even while everything else changes. The capacity to develop, conquer obstacles, and realize our aspirations is symbolized by this light. It serves as a constant reminder that no matter how bleak things seem, we possess an infinite source of optimism and energy. If you're in need of God's blessings, type Amen. Our unique traits and abilities are reflected in this inner light. The unique brilliance of each individual is really remarkable. It may be a source of inspiration for some, a reassuring presence for others, or a shining example of competence for yet others. Supporting this gentle approach to appreciating and developing our unique qualities while also making good use of them in the world. Always keep an eye on the inner light. You are an invitation to introspection and self-evaluation. It's a call to reflect inward, particularly while facing challenges or self-doubt. Sometimes, when we're up against tough challenges, we forget how strong we really are. Still, we may find the strength to persevere during these difficult times by keeping this light in our minds. Remember someone who is lost in the midst of all the lifestyle choices. They may be overwhelmed by problems and doubts and feel like they're wandering in the dark. A turning moment may come when they are reminded of their inner light. The message is to take a deep breath, relax, and get in touch with who they really are. This bond gives them power again, a sense of direction and clarity. When we're confronted with challenging decisions in life, this inner light may act as a guide, helping us to make sense of everything. This light, when tuned in, may provide the guidance we need. It's like having an internal compass that points us in the direction of our true selves. When we're hurting or sad, the light within us might help us feel better by providing warmth and consolation. It's a symbol of the resilience and potential for rebirth that we all possess, even in the face of overwhelming adversity. Caring for oneself, loving oneself, and dedicating oneself to personal progress are all parts of nurturing this light. Decisions that prioritize our health and integrity are what it's all about. By tending to our light, we fortify ourselves and become a beacon of hope for others around us. This internal mild has repercussions that go beyond the individual. We inspire people to be kind when we accept and welcome ourselves. In a world where everything is about the exterior, it sends a wave of good vibes and well wishes. The power and splendor of our inner world are emphasized in this message. Essentially, always remember that the light inside you is a call to live a genuine and purposeful life. Knowing that we possess an endless well of strength and kindness exhorts us to face life's challenges with optimism and perseverance. As we go through life, it is a rallying cry to be the brightest versions of ourselves, both inside and externally. This message should serve as a constant reminder when we doubt, a source of confidence when we feel down, and a lighthouse when we're hopeful. May it lead us towards a life that reflects the true brilliance of our inner light with each step we take. In the vast fabric of life, you give and give so much for free, as God says to my precious baby. Each individual brings something special and valuable to the field. In this story, we see the value of giving without expecting anything in return, and we learn what it means to make a difference. Picture a world where every single person knows and loves their inherent worth and the impact they can have on the world. In such a universe, the value that people provide to other people's lives is more important than any monetary gain from acts of generosity or provision. The concept that one gives so much to the industry for free is a huge tribute to those kind efforts. The idea of giving encompasses not just material possessions and financial means, but also the exchange of one's time, skills, knowledge, and emotional support. The sector is blessed with every smile, every nice word, every helpful gesture, and every minute of listening. Even if they don't seem like much, these deeds may improve people's lives and elevate the arena. Remember the selfless individuals who give their time to help others less fortunate. Their efforts will no longer be financially rewarded, but they will have a positive impact. They provide solace. Their altruism exemplifies the virtue of mankind and shows that the generosity spirit is well and living. Giving without expecting anything in return reveals a lot about a person. Their generosity, kindness, and readiness to put the needs of others before their own. This altruism stems from a genuine desire to improve the industry, rather than a desire for recognition or compensation. The decision to give without expecting anything in return is unusual and admirable in a culture that often prioritizes material prosperity and individual gain. It questions the conventional ideas of success and riches, giving more weight to compassion and generosity. The idea that one's contributions to the field are given freely also relates to the idea of unconditional love and assistance. It's about helping others, not because we have to, but because we want to. It's a demonstration of human compassion and empathy, and the act of giving freely can cause a domino effect. People are more likely to assist each other out of kindness and compassion than out of duty when you set an example of selflessness and encourage others to follow suit. People will form stronger, more mutually beneficial groupings as a consequence. Donating also promotes personal success. It gives a feeling of purpose and joy that isn't always attainable through material gains. Praise and exalt me, O Lord Jesus Christ. In addition to the material and interpersonal benefits, one may experience immense joy and fulfillment from knowing that their actions have improved the lives of others. There is a religious dimension to unselfish giving as well. In the eyes of many, these selfless deeds are in harmony with the highest ideals of love and care. Including a religious component in charitable giving gives it more significance and makes it more aligned with a higher purpose. This message reminds us to understand and enjoy life through acts of kindness, compassion, and generosity. And the idea of giving to the arena without spending a dime emphasizes the importance of recognizing and valuing non-cloth contributions in an international context where success is often measured in fabric phrases. We must not lose sight of the power that comes from giving. Remember that you have something valuable to offer the world with every act of kindness. Praise the altruism of our neighbors and do all we can to make the world a more caring and concerned place. Essentially, by freely contributing and delivering a great deal to this worldwide community, we are extending an invitation to experience the pleasure of giving and to comprehend the immense impact our deeds might have. In performing good deeds, we improve not only the lives of others around us, but also our own. Therefore, this is a call to be kind and compassionate. You are a magnificent human being, God says to his beloved child. This insightful remark includes a message of affirmation and encouragement, which is sweet and all. It highlights the unique qualities and intrinsic value of every individual. Examining the many components that go into this description, this story gets to the heart of what it means to be a wonderful person. To be named an exceptionally excellent human being is to be recognized for one's unique traits and achievements in the field. Recognizing the inherent greatness, compassion, and strength in every individual is far from being the whole story. This news is a powerful affirmation of our ability to have a meaningful impact on both our own and others' lives. Behold the many ways in which humans find joy and satisfaction, from the artists who build wonders and stir emotions, to the scientists who unravel the secrets of the cosmos, to the everyday heroes who show incredible bravery and generosity when faced with hardship. This person is exceptional because of all of these things. Greatness isn't so much about doing big things as it is about the little daily acts of compassion and kindness. It's about how we interact with others, the empathy we show, and the desire to assist and support those in our lives. Those seemingly little things may have a profound impact, changing people's lives and setting a positive example for others. Someone who faces adversity head-on and finds the strength to persevere is also a terrific human being. Living a life full of ups and downs requires someone to be brave and resilient enough to face adversity head-on. Resilience isn't about never falling or feeling depressed, but rather about getting back up after each setback and using that experience to grow. Furthermore, being wonderful entails recognizing and developing one's strengths. Each and every one of us has unique skills and characteristics that enhance our extraordinary character. Attributes such as creative ability, intellectual acuity, problem-solving savvy, and the ability to inspire and guide others are commendable and merit recognition and development. The declaration also hints at a sense of responsibility. As exceptional human beings, we have a responsibility to put our strengths to work for the benefit of society as a whole. It's about making a great difference in the world, whether it's in big, impactful ways or through little, everyday things that add up. Being great also requires humility and self-awareness. Remember that you aren't alone in your imperfections and that there's always room for improvement. A really remarkable person is aware of this and is always willing to learn, grow, and improve. Being well known for being an exceptional human being is another way to inspire others around you. You may inspire others to discover and cultivate their own exceptional qualities by being an example of compassion, resilience, knowledge, and humility. In the end, it benefits societies and communities as a whole, since it starts a positive feedback loop of growth. A strong validation of our true value and potential is the message that you are an exceptional human being. It's a plea to recognize and appreciate what makes each of us unique and special. As we go through life, it serves as a reminder to keep growing, learning, and making a great impact on the industry. Give yourself permission to feel inspired and empowered by this message. Let it serve as a constant reminder of our value, particularly when we're struggling, and a source of motivation to strive to be the best versions of ourselves, both for our own benefit and the benefit of others around us. To be a top-notch person, if you love Jesus, is to embrace and cultivate our unique qualities, to face life's challenges with courage and fortitude, and to make the most of our skills and abilities. Being modest, kind, and compassionate is at the heart of it, as is encouraging others to do the same. It serves as a gentle reminder that we are all unique and capable of making a positive impact on the world if we band together. Please know that you're acknowledged and held in high regard. Such statements profoundly acknowledge and validate a life's work and choices. Feelings, thoughts, and actions are all watched and appreciated. It's a heavenly promise. Being seen and valued, especially from a vantage point above, can have a profound effect on a person, and this story delves into that topic. There are certain to be times in everyone's life when they feel unnoticed or unloved. The simple assurance that someone is paying attention and values them could be quite comforting at such times. Amplify this idea to the point that it becomes more than simply human recognition. Elevate it to the level of a heavenly force. Seeing someone's presence and attempts to be seen denotes more than just being watched. It suggests a more profound comprehension and acknowledgement of a person's true self and their challenges. Every action, no matter how big or small, is seen and appreciated. Joy's accomplishments are proof of that. Being well known gives a sense of value and approval, and receiving praise adds another level of fame. Being seen is no longer the primary goal. Knowing that one's actions, ideas, and feelings matter and are valuable is. Recognizing the value of one's work and receiving positive reinforcement for it is a potent incentive. Think of someone who works relentlessly, frequently going unappreciated. They could think nobody cares about what they're doing or that it doesn't matter. The power of hearing the words "we respect you" said by someone higher than ourselves has the potential to change lives. Their efforts are valued and make a difference, which is a comfort. A person's whole life, their hardships, their generosity to others, their tenacity through difficult times, and even their modest daily movements are all part of the divine admiration that isn't restricted to big accomplishments or tremendous endeavors. In other words, it's a recognition that the whole voyage is important. You might experience a sense of purpose if you are aware that a higher power is appreciating and seeing your efforts. It can prove that everything happens for a reason, and that every action, no matter how little, contributes to a greater scheme. In times of uncertainty or difficulty, this knowledge may be a source of solace and inspiration. A sense of belonging to something greater than oneself is also encouraged. This acts as a gentle reminder that there is a greater power watching over our journey and appreciating both our triumphs and our tribulations. This celestial reputation, which can also be a source of power and desire, might inspire feelings of appreciation and humility. Knowing that there is a higher power that notices and values one's efforts may lead to a more profound gratitude for life's blessings and a stronger commitment to living a purposeful and meaningful existence. Gaining respect and admiration from higher electricity has far-reaching consequences. In addition to providing comfort, it may change the way people engage with the environment. People are more likely to take action when they feel appreciated for doing so. A life dedicated to helping others and the exceptional might be inspired by its gentleness, empathy, and honesty. The message we see and appreciate is, at its core, a powerful affirmation of one's value and efforts. A call to recognize the significance of every thought, deed, and emotion, and a call to press on in the pursuit of a fulfilling life, knowing that we will learn, grow, and enjoy every step of the way. May this message illuminate our path, reminding us of our true value, even in the darkest of times. May it motivate us to remain rational and compassionate, secure in the knowledge that our efforts are being noticed and appreciated, and may it inspire us to cherish ourselves and those around us, seeing the divine handiwork in every step of our path. Ultimately, the impact of believing in a greater power is immense. It provides validation for our lives and work, as well as comfort, motivation, and a feeling of belonging. It urges us to live a life of purpose, appreciation, and service, and it serves as a gentle reminder that everything we do and think has meaning. Even if someone is trying to hide anything from you, my little child, you shouldn't be worried about it, since I can always be here to protect you from harm, no matter how much they want us. In times of doubt or dishonesty, such reassuring words provide a deep sense of safety and faith in God's protection. In spite of human frailty and the difficulties it causes, the story delves into the topic of unfaltering heavenly assistance. A complex network of connections and interactions is the main feature of most people's lives. There are some who are known to be forthright and honest, and then there are those who are known to be hiding something. The supernatural assurance that nothing unpleasant will happen to you acts as a solid foundation in such a world, providing stability and serenity of mind. Think back on a time when you felt that someone was holding something from you. Anxieties and distrust could arise from it, making you feel exposed. Nevertheless, the takeaway here is to release your grip on things and have faith that no matter what humans do, there is always heavenly safety. This assurance from on high encompasses more than just physical safety. It also extends to your mental and spiritual health. The message is that one's inner calm and honesty remain unshaken, no matter how exposed they are to falsehoods or secret facts. Protect yourself from the chaos that may be caused by secrets and falsehoods with this safety feature. A call to put aside trivial matters and believe in a greater purpose. It stresses the significance of focusing on one's own path and connection with the divine. It stresses the need to rely on divine direction rather than try to control or understand everything. Additionally, this statement demonstrates an in-depth understanding of people. People may keep things hidden for a variety of reasons, such as fear, shame, guilt, or even malicious intent. When God sees this, his attitude is one of mercy and dispassion. It's an admission that although people are flawed, God's support is unchanging and unwavering. My guide says that no matter what happens, No matter what secrets, tactics, or difficult circumstances one experiences, they are no longer alone, and the assurance that I can usually be with you is a powerful assertion of my everlasting presence. In times of uncertainty or isolation, this presence may be a powerful and comforting source. Along with the confidence that comes from having superior power behind them, this supernatural assistance gives people the strength to face adversity head-on. People might feel more confident when they confront the unknowns of their lifestyle. Specializing in personal development and spiritual advancement, they are able to traverse complexity and deceit without being crushed or losing their sense of self. It encourages individuals to cultivate their inner serenity and knowledge rather than fixate on the movements and secrets of others. Another way to feel free is to not care if other people are keeping things hidden from you. It alleviates people's burdens of distrust and their desire for approval from others. Authenticity, alignment with maximum ideals, and guidance from divine intelligence are all possible outcomes. A significant life guide is the proclamation that you should no longer worry about what someone is concealing from you, when coupled with the assurance of divine presence and protection. This serves as a gentle reminder to take stock of one's spiritual path and the things that are really important in one's relationship with God. In the midst of life's inevitable ups and downs, it teaches us to be thoughtful, detached from trivial matters, and confident. May this message serve as an illuminating symbol. May it serve as a constant reminder to put our faith in a higher power, who will help us overcome our weaknesses and keep us safe. May it serve as a reminder to remain courageous, genuine, and at peace with ourselves, knowing that we are never really alone and that a higher power is directing our steps. Particularly freeing is the outlook on life that results from faith in divine protection and not worrying about anybody concealing anything from us. It exhorts us to live freely and honestly, to be mindful of our spiritual development, and to rely on heavenly support. It serves as a gentle reminder that we are protected and directed on our journey through life, flaws and all. My darling child, I tell you, cast all your worries on the angels. This kind commandment extends an invitation to let go of our anxieties and place them in the hands of the heavenly watchdogs. The story that comes out of this divine counsel is undeniably one of relief, release, and angelic intervention. We often carry the weight of our anxiety on our shoulders due to the demanding nature of our lifestyles. From mundane concerns to deep existential dreads, these topics may cover a wide spectrum. Leaving our worries to the angels is a profound metaphor for finding help and consolation beyond our earthly resources. Angels are depicted in several spiritual traditions as guardians and messengers of virtuous, light-bearing entities who mediate between humans and the divine. Praying to angels is like engaging in a spiritual conversation. It's a method to release your worries and ask for guidance from the heavenly creatures. Imagine a person whose mind is always racing with worries about what is ahead, their valued ones, their vocation, or the reign of the globe. Their dread weighs them down like a stone in their chest, causing them constant tension and uneasiness. Imagine them now conveying their concerns to the angels, either aloud or silently. As they speak about each topic, they see themselves entrusting it to those kind creatures. As one release of tension occurs, another one follows, and eventually one feels heard and understood. It's more about finding solace in the knowledge that one's problems are being shared with a higher power than it is about seeking immediate answers. Faith and agreement are also required for this process of anxiety release. It requires having confidence that our problems are being resolved in ways we may not immediately comprehend, and believing in the existence and assistance of creatures beyond our sight. It's about letting go, taking charge, and admitting that certain problems are beyond our capacity to fix as humans. The practice of releasing worries to the angels may bring about a deep sense of calm. It is a recognition that we are not alone in our challenges, and that there are loving and guiding forces all around us, ready to take some of our weight. In times of loneliness or sorrow, this awareness may be particularly reassuring. In addition, this method promotes a positive outlook when faced with challenges and pressures. It serves as a gentle reminder that worries are inevitable, but they should not control us. By entrusting things to the angels, we give ourselves permission to separate from those concerns and experience a feeling of peace and clarity. Also, letting go in this way helps you connect with your soul on a more profound level. It's a way to communicate with the divine by recognizing a dimension beyond this world where help and direction are always at hand. In moments of doubt, this spiritual discipline may strengthen one's faith. The divine advice to leave your worries with the angels also suggests taking an active role in managing stress. It's not enough to just wait for worries to go away. You need to actively launch and accept that this type of engagement is an effective tool for stress management and maintaining emotional and intellectual health. In essence, God is with me. Put your worries about your words in the hands of the angels. It is a gentle reminder to remember the support and solace that are at our fingertips. It suggests that we should talk about our worries and anxieties with the angels so that they can keep an eye on us as we deal with life's challenges. May the power and comfort of this message illuminate your life. Give it the power to prompt us to let go of our worries on a daily basis by casting them into the loving arms of the angels, and let it motivate us to live each day with a lighter heart by relying on the guidance and support that are all around us. Fundamentally, a launch, thought, and religious connection activity is to entrust our words' fears to angels. In the midst of life's ups and downs, it may help us relax emotionally, strengthen our faith, and discover serenity. In times of need, it serves as a reminder that we have loving and supportive communities around us who are willing to lend a hand and reassure us that we are not alone. Dear little one, God promises they can be updated with a calm conscience and remove all of their mistakes. A nation in turmoil will be transformed into a serene one, according to these words from God. The story that develops is unquestionably one of healing and rebirth, where problems are not just resolved, but replaced with tranquility and harmony. Our brains are often clouded by worries, uncertainties, and anxieties due to the difficulties that our lifestyles bring. A kingdom of turmoil and stress might result from the accumulation of these negative beliefs. It brings great comfort to think that it may be erased by connecting with holy powers or heavenly creatures. Put your faith in someone who is burdened by a multitude of problems. Every worry hangs over their heads like an ominous cloud, obscuring their lives. All of this is weighty and disturbing, and the thought that these clouds may be removed suggests a method of purification. A transformative system is the antidote to these erased issues that arise from a violent mindset. The presence of serenity is now just as important as the absence of concern. A tremendous sense of tranquility washes over one as a result of this profound serenity. In this land of calm and clarity, the exterior world's mayhem gives way to an inward calm that stands the test of time. The individual must actively seek peace and allow the transition to occur for this divine intervention to take place. It is not a passive process. Embracing the potential of peace and having faith in the divine ability to make this change involves opening one's heart and thinking about that possibility. In this sense, divine energies are many. They manifest as alternative power brokers who may eliminate chaos and bring about harmony. There is help and direction available from higher levels, and their presence serves as a continual reminder of that. They want us to be healthy and progress spiritually. Hope is also symbolized by the promise of a peaceful mind. It gives a light at the end of the tunnel for those who are lost in the darkness of their problems. Having this hope that things will eventually get better is a strong motivator, since it makes individuals stick to it when things get tough. In addition, moving from chaos to calm is frequently a journey of spiritual and personal growth. It involves learning to release mental burdens, understanding that problems are fleeting, and adopting a perspective that looks beyond immediate difficulties to a more peaceful way of being. Instead of fixating on external difficulties, this heavenly message urges people to go within and work on finding inner peace. Once you've achieved this inner serenity, you'll have a solid base upon which to confront life's obstacles with poise and determination. The kingdom of peace that the Lord promises is not a transitory sanctuary, but rather an everlasting home. The way one perceives and interacts with the environment is fundamentally altered. Thinking peacefully allows one to react to life's challenges with more control and focus, rather than the chaos of uncontrolled emotions. Simply put, the message that they will remove all of them and replace them with calm ideas is a heavenly promise of change and rebirth. A nation of inner peace that flows and supports us may replace the burdens we bear, and this pledge is a guarantee of that. Dear God, while we go through life's adventures, you have my undying love. Let this message serve as both a source of energy and a light of aspiration. Let it serve as a reminder that no matter how heavy our loads are, there is supernatural assistance that can turn our chaos into peace. Seek and nurture this inner tranquility. May it be an inspiration. Faith in the promise of a peaceful mind and the eradication or transformation of our problems via non-violent thought is a potent reminder of the capacity for transformation and rebirth. The text reminds us to seek inner serenity, have faith in divine intervention, and see life's challenges as opportunities for personal development and change. Peace will be the bedrock of our being, and this heavenly promise shows us the way to a more tranquil and balanced life. Dear little one, God warns that the devil can cast angels from heaven just as easily as he can cast you into hell. This well-known warning emphasizes the power of persuasion, especially when it comes from evil or malicious sources. To counteract these impacts, the story delves into the significance of being vigilant, having knowledge, and drawing on non-secular energy. Every moment of our lives is filled with many influences and opinions, some of which could mislead us. Satan, who serves as a representation of temptation and evil in many non-secular writings, personifies these perilous and misleading influences. This kind of parent has the power to persuade even angels who have long been regarded as natural and holy to leave paradise. This shows how convincing the horrific impacts may be. The message implies that if even heavenly entities can be deceived, then humans with all their frailties are much more susceptible to being led astray. This calls for a heightened awareness of the influences we encounter and a will to use discernment to separate truth from fiction. Remember that every day we encounter a wide variety of types of temptation, including deceptive records. Those might manifest as harmful relationships, false information spread by the media, social pressures, or even our own self-doubt and anxieties. These temptations are subtle and often compelling, like being able to persuade angels out of paradise. The warning about his ability to converse with you into hell is a metaphor for what happens when you give in to negative influences. For many non-secular faiths, the destination of hell is a place cut off from God because of the paths that lead to religious beliefs and practices. The moral and spiritual standards of a society might fall when its members choose to pursue destructive and deceitful roads. To fight back against such negative impacts, you need more than simply awareness. You need to actively interact with positive, encouraging, and trustworthy resources. This includes developing a strong sense of ethics and values, following trustworthy sources, and tending to one's spiritual life in pursuit of enlightenment. Even when tremendous forces may be compelling, the role of personal responsibility is also emphasized. Character agency allows us to avoid becoming helpless victims of external influences and instead make decisions that are in line with our maximum accuracy. In religious settings, the message goes on to say that one should seek clarity and electricity from higher sources, which usually implies looking to God or holy teachings. The strength to resist the temptation of negative arguments may be found in this religious anchor. Another important aspect of this care is being conscious of our weaknesses. An honest, mirror image of oneself and a readiness to seek assistance and support when necessary may help us protect ourselves from being misled by revealing our vulnerabilities and the areas where we are most susceptible to negative impacts. A potent reminder of the seductive power of negative influences and the need to be vigilant and spiritually strong in rejecting them is conveyed by the idea that the devil may cast angels out of heaven and cast you into hell as well. As we go through life, it is a call to be aware of how our decisions may affect others and to seek out ways that are morally and spiritually upright. This message is meant to be a warning. Let it serve as a reminder of the significance of being wise, the merit of surrounding ourselves with genuine and powerful influences, and the power to choose options that lead to fulfilling and moral lives. Because of this, it serves as a sobering reminder of our frailty, that even the most holy beings are susceptible to evil forces. It stresses the need for being alert, having good judgment, and having a solid non-secular foundation in order to resist being deceived and to make positive, truthful decisions. Avoid falling into the traps of dishonesty and instead live lives that raise others ethically and spiritually. My darling little one, I have not abandoned you, says God. A message of heavenly recollection and certainty may be included in such simple but powerful lines. This story explores the value of being in God's memory, the solace it provides, and the impact it has on one's life. The ups and downs of life make it a complex trip. Feeling forgotten or ignored is a common experience during times of difficulty, isolation, or uncertainty. Come be a part of the channel. The assurance from on high that God has not abandoned us serves as a constant and caring presence in our lives if we believe this to be true in Jesus. This message suggests a profoundly intimate relationship between the divine and the human because God recognizes, values, and remembers every individual. When one is feeling lonely or unimportant, this knowledge is a great solace. When you're going through tough times, remember those moments when it seems like there's no way out. The feeling of total forgetfulness may be crippling at times like these. We find solace in the knowledge that we are not alone in our trials because God remembers us. Being remembered also means that you have felt the care and watchfulness of God. Rather than only being remembered, it's about actively being cared for and supported. With the knowledge that there may be supernatural guidance and support, this idea might provide strength and courage to confront the challenges of life. A call to believe in divine timing and purposes is also included in the message that I no longer forget. Things don't always go according to plan, and we may even feel forgotten along the way. However, this guarantee reminds us that there is a bigger picture and a purpose to our journey, even if it isn't obvious right now. This eternal memory is inclusive and universal. It does not discriminate based on a person's merit, fame, or moral standing. It is an example of the boundless love and mercy that underpin many religious principles, providing comfort to everyone regardless of their situation. Additionally, the assurance of being remembered by God can foster a higher sense of self-esteem and dignity. It emphasizes that every individual is important and has a role to play in the overall scheme of things. A more positive self-image and a deeper understanding of one's inherent value may emerge from this knowledge, especially in trying circumstances like depression. You may find comfort and certainty in this message. It might give you the strength to go on and the conviction to keep moving forward. The knowledge that God remembers us can transform feelings of desolation into hope and connection. Being in God's memory encourages a stronger spiritual connection and encourages people who want to have a closer relationship with God to practice their religion through activities like prayer and meditation. This bond has the potential to provide solace, direction, and knowledge as you go through life. I have not ignored you. That is the main point. The presence and concern of God are profoundly shown in it. It's a mile-long testament to God's unending love and care for everyone, particularly at times of feeling abandoned or ignored. Consolation may inspire desire and strengthen faith. As we go about our daily lives, may this message provide us comfort and encouragement. May it serve as a constant reminder of how precious and important we are to the Almighty. Remind us that we are always in God's thoughts and that we should hold on to our faith because it is true. In conclusion, if we are ever feeling lonely, insignificant, or sad, remembering that God has not forgotten us is a strong remedy. It's a continual source of hope and strength, a reminder of the ever-present hand of God in our lives. The message tells us to know our worth, trust in God's plan, and rely on the religious supply for guidance and comfort. I know exactly where you are and how to lead you to your destination, my little child, says God. This reassuring word from on high discusses omniscience and guidance. It reassures us that we are not lost, but rather guided by better energies via a narrative of skill, purpose, and direction. We might easily feel lost or unsure of our direction when our lives take unexpected twists and turns, like a twisting trip. The supernatural assurance that I understand your situation is quite reassuring, since it suggests that we have profound personal knowledge about our current situation, problems, and requirements. This message tells us that God is always watching over us, whether it's physically, emotionally, or spiritually. Regardless of whether we're experiencing joy, sadness, uncertainty, or calm, we aren't unnoticed or unimportant. In moments of feeling misunderstood or alone, this knowledge may provide a deep sense of peace and security. I know the path that will lead you to your destination, which is the second half of the message. It makes references to magic and chance, implying that higher powers may be in charge of our lives and that we may be starting a journey that will lead to happiness, success, and personal growth. Having this confidence may give us a feeling of purpose and direction, even when our own goals seem hazy or have gone wrong, affecting our fate. At certain times, the paralysis of uncertainty and the terror of making a poor choice could set in. When we believe that God knows where we should go, it might give us strength and confidence. Following this heavenly direction is about more than simply reaching a destination or completing a task. It's also about developing ourselves personally and spiritually. God often brings us into circumstances that test our limits, teach us valuable lessons, and ultimately shape us into better versions of ourselves. It's a path that now includes not just outward changes, but also transformation, along with the claim that I know the route to get you to your desired destination, which means that there may be obstacles and that the voyage may not always be smooth sailing. Important detours and directions for our growth. Trusting in divine guidance means being religious even when the road ahead seems rocky or the end goal isn't always clear. Please, Lord, mend my broken heart. This message also tells us to stop trying to control our own destinies, which is a common theme in our culture. Giving up to a higher power's will could be a freeing and terrifying thought. This is about having faith in a higher power's wisdom and guidance rather than relying on our own limited comprehension. The knowledge we get from being guided and watched by a higher power might also affect how we see our relationships and evaluations. It is possible to see every event and interaction as fitting into a grand scheme that is replete with purpose and significance. We may modify our approach to life, seek lessons, and improve in all our evaluations by adopting this mentality. Knowing your purpose in life and the path to achieving it is a powerful manifestation of the love and direction from above. It serves as a constant reminder that our path is recognized and directed by a greater force and that we are never really lost or forgotten. In times of uncertainty and perplexity, as we negotiate the intricacies of our lives, this message teaches that solace gives hope and deepens faith. I pray that this message brings you comfort and food for thought. Send us reassurance that we are being led to our ultimate goal, encouragement to trust in the journey, and a reminder of where we are within God's plan. The assurance that God sees our location and our destiny is a powerful compass and source of solace. It exhorts us to think about spiritual guidance, to look for purpose on our trip, and to follow the road ahead, no matter how difficult it may be. Our message encourages us to find solace in the knowledge that we are led, nurtured, and never alone on our journey through life, my little child.